about what I have to say right now, because I'm about to really give y'all a lot of information and a lot of inspiration as well, and all of the above. Like, this is just me being open and transparent about where I've been in my life and the things I've been through, and I hope that you learn something, because it has been a rough time. I don't like the fact that y'all can see under my chin. Just everything that you see on social media is just not always what it seems. So to start off, I just want to give you guys a little backstory about myself. I am 24 years old. I moved from Jamaica when I was 12. So I've been in the States for about 12 years now, and moved from Jamaica to New York City, then from New York City to Orlando for the end of middle school and high school. And then I moved from high school to Tallahassee for college, and I went to Florida State University. So, you know, I've been a little bit of everywhere, and I am out here just trying to figure it out. I'm here to tell you that when it's not okay, it's gonna be okay. So before I turned 23, I had very low self-esteem. I didn't think of myself as pretty or anything. I didn't think of myself as, you know, that girl in a sense. I didn't really value myself and think that I could really make it, or think that I could be anything for real. Like, I just was focused on finding people or someone to love me, to fill that void that was missing from me loving myself. I started a hair business while I was in college. I started doing hair, doing braids, weaves, wigs, all of it, everything. And that was my way to find my voice. And I realized, okay, I am the type of person that can like talk to people, all of this different stuff. Like I'm having all this personality that I never really explored when it came to myself before. All of that. It's like it was like a switch for me. I feel like God really showed me who I was by going through college and realizing, okay, that's not for me. I'm not the type of person to go to clubs. I'm not the type of person to have a bunch of friends, because I wasn't really super friendly with, you know, people, but I was friendly with my clients. So fast forward, I had my hair business for 4 years. I've been doing hair, and I'm in Tallahassee, and I'm feeling like, you know, I'm a top hairstylist in my city. Money is good. I don't have to worry about anything. But everything just started becoming so repetitive, and my goals kept getting bigger and kept feeling further away from me. Almost as if my goals, I couldn't really achieve it in the city that I was in. So God told me, it's time for you to move. You're too comfortable. Because I was also not really applying myself the way that I should to reach my goals in a good amount of time. Being in Tallahassee, having all this money coming to me, I'm working, my bills are paid, I have food in my fridge, I'm good. I don't really have to do much. Sometimes in life, we have to just admit it. We have to be forced to do certain things. And one thing about it, God is gonna force us to do it. So, you know, I'm there in Tallahassee for a while, and then I was just like, you know what? It's time for me to make a move. I just knew it was time to go. I didn't plan out where I was gonna go, how I was gonna do the whole thing. I just knew I needed to go. But for me to pick up all the stuff that I done paid for and you know, built up, my couch, my bed, my mirror, everything, just throw everything away and move 14 hours away or across the freaking world to LA, it just seemed like too much for me. So instead of doing that, I ended up moving to Georgia. Now I moved to Georgia because of the entrepreneurship lifestyle, the inspiration, the scenery, all of that good stuff that people come to Atlanta for the money, you know? Because you do have the ability to become successful in Atlanta, but you also have the ability to become successful anywhere. But I made the first move, right? Moved to Georgia. I packed up all my stuff in a U-Haul truck. I didn't have a car at the time, so that was one less thing I had to worry about. I packed up all my stuff, put it in the van, and drove my little butt to Georgia, to Douglasville. And I had never been to Douglasville before. I'm feeling very optimistic. Before I moved, I had never even heard of Douglasville. Looking back, I would never do that ever again. But that's what I did, so whatever. On that drive there, when I looked at my GPS and it said I was 15 minutes away, and I still kept seeing a lot of trees, I was freaking out. I was freaking out because the whole reason why I wanted to move from Tallahassee was because I didn't like the scenery. I'm used to like the city life, like New York or LA. And down south just gives me like just a different vibe, you know? So I started crying 15 minutes before I arrived. Because I had already made the move, I didn't want it to seem like I'm having regrets. So I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna talk myself into why this is the move. This was the right move to make, right? I spent August, September, October, November, December in Douglasville, 5 months. And during those 5 months, that was like the hardest time that I've ever had in my life. Like the hardest time. It was very eye-opening, very humbling as well, because you know when I came, I'm like doing all this splurging because my birthday's in August. And you know it's Independence Day, Jamaica, so I had to turn up. I'm doing all this splurging, all this stuff, not worried about my money for real, but also not being super irresponsible because I knew, you know, gotta save. But man, them 5 months went by so quick, and by the end of the 5 months, my savings was damn near blown. But listen, in terms of my business, I thought that coming into Georgia, I was gonna just have like clientele left and right, left and right. I probably had like, I just did not have the clientele that I was used to having, the amount that I was used to having. And I'm grateful for what I did have, because I'm still standing, like I'm still good. But it's just the fact that, like, what did I think? Did I think I was gonna move out here and everything was just gonna be let's go, let's go, let's go? I definitely did, because before I even moved here, I was seeing people like reach out to me, hey, you in Atlanta yet? No, I'm like, no, I'm gonna be there on this day, da 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 da. So I thought that, okay, boom, I'm gonna have people booking appointments with me. I never get no clients for like 2 months when I first arrived, for real. I probably got one lady, her and her husband and her sons. I had 3 of their head to braid, and I was just like, all right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna keep it cool. And then I got a job. The job had me driving all up and down Georgia. I was driving south, west, north, the whole shebang. It was a lot. So let me tell y'all. With all of that being said, I went through a lot of feelings of being alone, just feeling really alone, feeling like, what am I even doing with my life? Feeling like I just lost touch of like even my goals and my visions for my business. I lost touch of all of that. And I was even ready to just settle for just working a job and just like, living a regular, mediocre life, which is nothing wrong with that. If you choose to do that, then that's fine, but not really strive for like the highest of highs and having a lavish lifestyle. Like, I really, really lost touch of myself for real. And, I honestly went through a depression. I went through a depression and I gained like 15 pounds. And because I was so depressed, I had no other way of getting out of it besides turning to God. So I started fasting. I fasted and prayed for 1 whole week. And the 1 week that I did that, it was such an eye-opening experience that like I even found out some stuff from my past that I probably like built up things that I, you know, shoved underneath my butt. Using my butt as a reference, but you know, just built up things that I had like shoved so deep down inside that I just wouldn't think about anymore. All those things came up. Like I ended up finding myself and, you know, just accepting myself, the good and the bad about me, and actually being real with myself about like why am I where I am, and what is the mindset that I'm lacking or failing to take on, preventing me from getting to that level. So I did that fast, and after that, it was just like, I got out of it. And truly, I'm just happy that I don't have a kid. I'm sorry, I see a lady walking with her baby right now. And it's just, wait, I'm sorry. That's off topic, but I am happy that I don't have no kids, because if I did have kids at this point in my life, I think I would be very, 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 very depressed. Seriously. So, you know, when you're younger, when you're growing up and you're in your early 20s, a lot of us battle with just low self-esteem and not really knowing who we are, right? Like going through identity crises, trying to figure out like, who is it that I see myself becoming, or who do I want to be, or whatever. And truth is, like, the only way that you're gonna find yourself is through God. And I'm still on a journey to finding myself, so I'm just giving you the same advice that I'm giving myself, you know, because it doesn't matter how old you get, you're gonna be learning all these different things about yourself. So, you know, give yourself some grace. But moving at a young age to a city that you've never been to is one of the like hardest things that you could do, I feel like. And I just encourage you, if you're thinking about moving right now, I encourage you to plan it out, and please make sure that you visited the place that you moved to before you move, that you're thinking about moving to before you move anyways, because just don't be like me. Do not be like me. Okay? Because I definitely went through a depression, and that was like so intense, like the most intense depression ever. I had a room, you know, I was staying with family, had a room, and I was paying rent, and some days I literally just couldn't get out of the damn room. And I wasn't posting on my page as often as I would like to. I wasn't getting dolled up. I wasn't getting my hair done, my lashes done, my nails done. I mean, I barely get my nails done because I braid hair, but you know, I just wasn't myself. You know, I really lost myself during that mood, that 5 months I was in Douglas. So, whatever. Fast forward. Yeah, I was just in a place where I was just really overthinking my life, overthinking the whole entire thing, and having so many regrets, and thinking about all the things that I just didn't have instead of focusing on where I am and what I do have. Making all these plans for things that I say I'm gonna do and not do it because I'm feeling like I'm not in the right headspace to do it. See, I'm finally making the damn video after 4 freaking months. Like, just saying I'm gonna do things and just not doing it is like one of the most self-disappointing, like that's the best way to disappoint yourself, and that's the best way to play yourself. Like, I had to get out of that, seriously, because I'm gonna be behind for the rest of my life, being one of those people who always say I'm gonna do things and never do it. So yeah, enough of that. So I grew up not really, you know, accepting myself for who I am, not seeing myself the way that other people see me. You know, I got into some fights in school. I was always that girl that people would talk about in high school, and they would like spread rumors about me that weren't true. And, you know, just completely not realizing that the reason why all of this stuff was happening to me was because people saw me in a way that I didn't see myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a fight. This is a little story, but I had a fight with a girl that I rode the bus with that I never knew. I didn't even know her name. All I knew is one morning the bus pulled up at 6:30 a.m. and at 6:15, before the bus pulled up, I'm walking I look back and the girl pulls my hair. She pulls my hair, and now I'm sitting here fighting this girl that I have no anger towards. She wants to fight me for what reason? For what reason? Like, didn't know. Still don't know to this day. But the only thing I can assume is, you know, she was the girl that wanted to sit at the back of the bus with the boys. And I started sitting at the back of the bus, and the boys, you know. And she was mad. So, you know, that was just that. But whatever. The point is, growing up, I just didn't really see myself the way that other people saw me. And I don't feel like I accepted myself for who I was too. So not accepting the bad and the good parts of yourself, like always putting myself down, always saying, oh, I'm not cute, or I look ugly, or this or that, and I still subconsciously do it. I don't see myself as ugly just because I'm not wearing makeup, or, you know, as ugly because I gained a little weight around my face or anything like that, you know. So definitely grown a lot, but that's how I used to see myself back in the day. So I used to have 2 Instagrams. I had my personal Instagram and the Instagram for my business. And on my personal Instagram account, I just always felt so uncomfortable posting. Like, I would overthink my posts so much. I would just, I don't know, I just never really felt right, because a lot of people that was on there was people from high school. And I'm like, I don't like y'all. Like, I don't want y'all seeing my posts. I don't care to, not all of y'all, but you know, the people who just literally look and don't even interact. It's like, why are you on my page, for real? But I mostly felt shy when it came to pubbing my music, like that side of me, that creative side of me, and also like my silly, goofy side. Like, the world will never know how goofy and silly I really am, because I never felt comfortable showing that. And you know, whatever. So my business page, I started posting so much on that for like 3 years or so, and that page blew up. So it is what it is now. But I started posting my hair stuff, and also posting like personal videos of myself on there too. And that's where I got my, you know, that's how I got my followers, doing the voiceovers, all of that good stuff. And I just felt so comfortable to be myself. My name is Micaylia Moodie, so I call myself MODIIA. That was me trying to decide like who it is that I wanted to be, and how do I want to present myself to the world. Another thing, one day this lady, she was asking me, she was like, what's your name? Like, we had a little conversation about doing braids and everything like that, and I gave her my Instagram, you know, my IG business cards, all of those things. At the end, she was like, what's your name? And I was like, MODIIA. She was like, huh? I said, Micaylia. And she was like, huh? Which one? Like, pick one. And I was like, I don't know. You pick one. Whichever one you want to call me. I could just be myself unapologetically and come on here with my sniffy nose and not feel like nobody's going to judge me because of that. Because I'm a real person. So, yeah. Choosing to be in a relationship in your early 20s. I'm gonna just get straight to the point on this one. If you are in a relationship during your early 20s, meaning from 20 to 25, be very intentional with that person. Because one thing that I've learned is the time that you're taking to learn other people and give love to other people, every time that you choose to do that, you're taking time away from you loving yourself. Okay? And quite frankly, those are the years, baby. Those are the years for you to really figure out who you are. And I'm just now figuring out who I am, because I've always been a relationship type girl. I'm always in a relationship. You get me? And because I'm always in a relationship, I never really took the time to really sit down with myself during college and after, which is now, to really get to know myself, like this adult version of myself, because I'm different, and I don't even, sometimes I'm like, babe, you don't even know yourself for real. You know what you want, you have a good head on your shoulders, you're a very smart girl, but who are you now? Because that little girl that used to be in the room dancing around, prancing around, like, you're not that girl anymore. Who are you now? And I can tell you guys all the surface level things and stuff like that, but it's like, y'all, relationships can either make you or break you. And just because some people have that success story of, you know, going with their partner and they've been together since high school, whatever, doesn't mean that has to be you. I feel like me personally as a woman, I have craved that special love where I can get married and have kids with somebody and settle down and have the white picket fence or whatever, a mansion, whatever type of nice house. As long as it's nice, I'm good. But I've craved that like union so bad to the point where I risk my happiness to make room to love other people while I'm trying to love myself, and not spending enough time with me, not giving enough love to me. Still, even though I'm on my self-love journey and all that stuff, when you're arguing with your partner, you think you're gonna be performing properly at work, you got all these distractions going on. So like, honestly, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? If it's from God, then keep it. But if it's not working out, baby, don't force it. Don't force it. And don't keep on, and one thing is, don't keep on forgiving people who has shown you their true colors just because you love them. Yeah, you love them. But if you have your gut telling you something about somebody, baby, listen. Listen. Because you know what? Y'all not ready. Moving to Atlanta has been a journey. And it's really taught me a lot of things about growing up, having a business, moving a business from one state to another. It required that my old self dies. I'm still in the process of dying, killing my old self, so that this new version of myself can rise up and really be able to take on the blessing that God is about to give to me. But this shit is not for the weak. I didn't talk about one major thing that really had me a little depressed. I was the type of girl that was, you know, obviously used to always having money, always having clients, all of that stuff that I said before. Everything was just being slowly removed. I was being stripped of everything to where all I could see when it was done, you know, when God was done stripping me, was myself. They need to start teaching financial literacy and budgeting and stuff in high school, because why I didn't know how to spend my money. I still don't know. I still don't know how to budget. I still don't know all this stuff that I have to learn. Like, And also forgot to add, like, relationships will waste your bummer cloud time if the both of you, if both of you guys are not in the same position in life or mindset. Don't bother do it, because you guys gonna be broke together, trying to come up together, which is nothing wrong with that, I guess, if that's what you choose. But man, it's one thing loving somebody when they're okay, but try loving somebody when they're going through stuff, when they're going through a rough time, and see the version of them that you get. It's not the same, and it's not easy to just love a person while they're going through stuff. So I personally feel like if y'all can get it together a little bit separately, and then y'all want to come together, that's what you need to do. Because when you're in your early 20s trying to figure it out, don't nobody got time to be stressed out about no man or no woman, and being stressed out about a relationship while you're trying to build a business. You're trying to create generational wealth for your family in the future. Like, you're trying to learn yourself, you're trying to love yourself, you're trying to boss up, trying to get fit. Like, nobody got time to be in their feelings And also that distraction takes you away from hearing what God has to say. It took today for me to make this video because the whole entire time I've been worried, I've been stressed, trying to figure out stuff in my relationship. I've been trying to figure out stuff about my business, already being in a new place, already having a tough time with that. But on top of that, I'm having to deal with all these distractions from a relationship. And it's just like, ghetto. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't recommend nobody do that. And now I got myself into a big little pickle. And if you know, you know. But all I'm saying is, do not waste your best years. Do not waste your best years. Do not. And if you are 23, 24 right now and you're in a relationship, okay, cool. But really figure out if that relationship is serving you in a positive way. If it's serving you in a positive way, then you keep it going. And I wish y'all all the best. But if there's just some days that you just feel like, why am I doing this? And if y'all live together, it's like, damn, now I'm stuck. There's always a solution. There's always a way. There's always a way. But I'm just saying, like, just do what's best for you and follow your gut. Follow the voice of God. God is telling you exactly what to do. And sometimes what God has to tell us to do is, it sounds so scary. It just feels very scary. But if you live your life timid, you're never gonna get nowhere. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you got something from it. I was kind of all over the place. I just wanted to get this video done before I take this hair out, because I'm about to do it right now. It's well grown out. So yeah, thanks for watching, and prayerfully I'll have more, you know, productive get ready with me type videos and more fun stuff coming in the future.